Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hey girlies, how are you? Lovely to see you.
Hey,
You can hear me
happy
okay?
Friday. Yes.
I'm trying to
Hey.
look at Edna's avatar. She's changed it.
Oh, I say. Oh,
And listen,
I
with all
love
that heat under that last one, it's time to rebrand.
it. Rebranding is really difficult to do, but it's worth it. If that's what you really want to do, you do it, girly. So have you girls had a good week?
Pretty much.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
complaints. I spoke to my grandma earlier today, which was really nice. So, yeah, it's been a good day.
that's good. And you, Bridge, you all right, darling?
I'm good. Starting to get busy again. So,
Oh, yeah, back to school.
yeah. Yep.
Learning. Good for you. I really admire you for doing that. Obviously we've got a few
Absolutely.
lurkers in tonight, which is great. Probably a few people are not going to show up, which is fine by me. I will not be addressing the ridiculous claims made about my character. I just won't. If people are incapable of understanding my words, the issue is with them. I have expressed exactly what I meant more than once and will no longer feed into the ignorance of others. My comments have been deliberately and maliciously misconstrued. So I'm not about to get down and dirty with the scum of girl world. I'm just not going to do it, guys. So you stay over there, prattling away in your little pigsties. You know, I'm not going to address it anymore. I said what I said. If you don't like it, go and talk to each other about it. Okay. Now moving on. I thought it'd be quite a good idea to share some of this with you. This is a podcast I used to do with somebody that I deemed to be a friend. That's what we'll say. Now, it's very interesting. I think we did about six podcasts, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing them. This person had come to me and asked me well, she was going through an awful lot of hell at the hand of another creator we all know very, very well. And I was always there to listen to her, to try and make her feel better about herself. And it was my idea to start this podcast. She jumped at the idea, but because of the way she feels about herself, she didn't want to go on camera. And I thought, okay, that's fair enough. With podcasts, you don't have to show your face anyway. So this is how it went. And I thought it went really, really well. But it's quite interesting that some of the things that she said in here have actually made me realize what her problem may be. So let's just have a listen. Go off and get yourself a drink or whatever. I think we've got, how long have we got? We've got 8 minutes of it. So if you girls, you want to go off and have a, cup of tea, light up a cigarette, have a spliff, Edna, then you can do that. Okay, here we go. Go out of school at lunchtime. And and the school was in London, and we used to go to like this fish and chip shop. And we used to walk through a graveyard to get there.
Sounds like here.
And I'll always remember, I'm thinking it was at the graveyard. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was on the field. But I remember all these girls, all my old friends, they'd be lying there on the ground trying to look attractive to all these boys. And I'd be like, what is really? Where's my friend? And it was like madness. It was madness.
We used to call that gravestone rubbing.
Oh, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not like you. I just realized I wasn't like these people. I wasn't like these girls. But I have to say that by the time I'd got into secondary school, a lot had happened to me. I'd been through a very traumatic time. So I was a completely different girl than I was in my primary school.
Right.
So I was tough. I was a tough cookie. I had no control over my mouth. If I didn't like someone, I would tell them, I don't like you.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Oh, I was, Now, I know why, because something had happened and it was awful and it changed me.
Okay.
100% changed me. And it changed me into a person that wouldn't take shit from anyone.
Okay.
And that included my peers. It also turned me into somebody, I've never been a part of a group. Although people that know me, I know a few people that know me from back in the day, and they say that I had my own little group. I don't think I did. I think what it was if I made a friend with somebody, I was very loyal to them, even back then. So that's one of the points I want to point out, that I am a very loyal friend. So I want you to remember that when you see things circling around the internet, people talking badly about me, I want you to remember I am a very loyal friend, and I also choose my friends very carefully. I am so sorry, Sam, that I didn't say hello to chat. I'm sorry. My head's all over the place. And hi to Random Fish. Hello, darling. And we've got Stardew and Pops. Hey, how you doing? What happened? Not a lot, really. Same old garbage. So don't worry about that. But we're here. We've got groceries. Hey, groceries. I hope you're well, darling. I really do. I suppose I ought to. I haven't actually addressed it. I've switched up my channel a little bit because I cannot take the toxicity on my channel. I won't have it. I have no tolerance for toxicity at all on my channel. And if that means that I have to ban everybody in Girl World, then I do. You know, it's my channel. I can do what I want on it. And I can
We're gonna
have
start a
who I...
dance list.
Sorry, Edna?
And we're gonna start sorry. We're gonna start a Jan's list. Everybody that's blocked from Jan. Because that isn't it Sam and Yaba that has a list?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I should do that. Oh my God. I
name,
should do
Yo
that. And
Mama.
I should do like
G3.
put some merch out with, Jan's list. I think I did. I think I did do a t-shirt once, which was I think on it I put my Twitter block list that
Oh my
goes
gosh.
on for years or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I
That is
said.
funny.
So yeah, I just won't tolerate it. There's some people that are churning up a load of bullshit and just going, I can't stop them doing it. Well, I can, but that's another thing. But I'm not going to go back and forth with the village idiot. I'm just not going to do it. If they feel inferior to me, then that's their issue. I mean, neither of you girls feel inferior to me. I'm sure of it. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, it's not even a question. The thing is, it's not as if you want to feel superior to us.
No,
Right.
I know. It's ridiculous. And I think we have to recognize where it's coming from and who are the people that are, spreading this rumor.
Mhm. You know
And
what this takes me back to? Like in grade school when people like call you brainiac or something
yeah.
because you read. I heard him talking about what do you call you, mega mind? Somebody was mega mind, somebody was something else. So I'm like, are we really making fun of people for being smart or for like,
I know.
wanting to be educated? Okay.
And you know what, not Bridge, Edna, that's exactly what's happening at the moment. It's like people are saying that we're so, we feel superior to everybody. What? I mean, doesn't that sort of if people say that, then I would say that the issue is with them. The issue isn't with me. I've always been the way I am. I've done well with my life. I mean, am I made okay, so you want to mock me for that? Okay, mock me, but as I say, the issue most definitely is with them. And I'm not gonna get down and dirty in their quagmire. I'm just not going to. I've got other things in my life, positive things, that I don't need negativity on my channel. It's as plain and simple as that. Right, Sam, you're determined for me to speak on what happened in Barley's chat. Okay. All right. Nothing happened between me and Barley. I just wanted. So I heard you wanted control, according to Barley.
No, I think it's the same thing that happened to me, if I'm not over speaking, Jan, where, we're as a mod, you want to, fulfill your duty to, help control the chat. And Bally's chat can get a little wild. And you have
Yeah.
these people coming in saying all these things. And, we're not mods for no reason. We do care about Bally. And we don't want to see this nonsense being directed towards her.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, as I always say, I've been on many different channels and I've seen how mods are treated on different
Mhm.
channels. And I mean, I've been on like, I mean, Bridge, you know the behavior panel. They do live streams. All right, they don't get as many views on them, but they do them. And their mods are, I think they've only got 2, and they'll have thousands. They'll have
Mhm.
thousands of people in their chat. And I
Mhm.
just feel that if a creator allows their mod to be abused
Mhm.
and then says to the mod, stop acting like a child. Okay, I'm out of here. All right, you don't understand me. That's fine. I'm quite happy to go. Unmod me. But what happened in Barley's situation was she did it on more than one occasion. And although I did say to her, just unmod me, Barley. I just want to be unmodded. I don't want to be in this environment. I was then further attacked by these people that go in there that are vile, absolutely vile.
Mhm.
So to have somebody who has modded me then go on their side, it's like, are you kidding me? Are
Mhm.
you kidding
I don't
me?
think it's so much that she's like on their side, but these people are part of the community and they need a place to be. And I think she's trying to open up her chat to be that place, like to give them some grace to kind of come in, calm down, and have some fun.
Yeah, but it's not fun. I mean, okay, I can understand. Barley's idea of fun is not my idea of fun, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody is entitled to do what they want on their channel, but
Hmm.
there are there is an etiquette on YouTube that I abide by, but that I stand by. That one, if you're the host, you don't go attacking your moderator. 2, that the moderator should always respect the host, which is what I always do. I've been in Bridges live streams, and
Mhm.
there's been people in there that I would
Mhm.
I would
Mhm.
never speak to, but I have never ever spoken out of hand about them. I wouldn't do it. But then, having said that, they are adult enough that they wouldn't think that they can come and attack me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
yeah,
think
I
this
just
started with Eggy Toast, right? And Eggy's a troll. She get on
she's
my skin
vile.
sometimes.
There's a troll and there's vile. She's spread a whole load of rumors about me, which I don't care. Just do it.
Mhm.
You know, but when I'm a mod in somebody's chat and I'm trying to deal with it in my way
Mhm.
because I'm being personally abused, and the host then starts talking to me like, I'm a child and saying things like, oh, you two stop arguing in my chat. I'm just here to have fun. And I'm like, okay, I respect that. It's your channel, but don't talk to me like that.
Mhm.
Don't talk to me like I'm a child. Okay. So,
Maria, I think I saw it. Highlight Grocery says, I lost. No, it was Sam. Sam said, Jan, just block people who bother you in people's chat. Customize your experience. Simple as that. I think that's why she wanted to be demodded or
yes,
unmodded from Bally's chat,
yes,
because when you're a mod, if you block somebody, it blocks them from the stream or
yes.
from the chat. But if you're not a mod, then you can block them just from you.
Yeah. And then we had a ridiculous situation where Eggy Toes was running her mouth. Just Freezing was running her mouth. And Barley had gone off. Don't know what she was doing. Feeding the cat, washing the dishes. God knows. But these people were attacking me. So I then started blocking them. Then of course the other mods in there kept unblocking them. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So when Barley came back, I was like, just unmod me, Barley. Please just be, just unmod me. And she wouldn't do it. She decided that she was just gonna, tell me off, so to speak. Nah, that doesn't happen in my world. Sorry about that, Barley, but no. Yeah, and okay, so Bridget's covered that. I couldn't block anyone because I was a mod. That was the thing. I couldn't. Yeah, you're right, Grocery. Half of her chat can't even spell respect. True. Okay, this is interesting. You take the mod more serious. I don't. Yeah, obviously. I have few people in my chat. I don't even consider my channel something. The mod blue name for me is like VIP. I did my best to keep all calm. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And I think your first sentence explains it. You don't take the mod serious. So why bother having mods? Why have mods in there? What is the point? Because you see them as VIPs. You see them as VIPs to be attacked by people in chat. Oh, well, no, I don't play that game, Barley. And, you can do what you like with your channel. I really don't care. But I don't want to be associated or affiliated with it whilst it's run the way it's run, Right, exactly, Jan. I don't do mod things aside from drop video link out of respect for how Barley rubs her own or runs her own chat. Yeah. And I do know that. I mean, I've spoken to Edna about it because Edna was once a mod in there and she felt the same way I did. So
and that's why I'm demodded.
Like, just take the wrench for God's sake. I don't want to be modded
Well, I'm not gonna
here.
go back and forth. I'm like, thank you for the respect, and I'm gonna use it.
Okay, here we go. Right, Barley, you didn't have to interact. I did. Because they were coming for me. And that's the point you don't seem to understand. When people are coming for you personally and lying to you, as a moderator, I should be able to take off their insults off the screen. Now, you don't see it like that, and that's fine. You run it the way you want.
I think that Valley should be able to understand that, even though the situation isn't the same. But I mean, there's many people that talk about Valley on the internet, and she doesn't like it, and she feels the need to respond in her own way as well on her own channel. So just to say that you shouldn't interact or respond, I don't think that's very fair.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah,
it is wrong. It's like if somebody came in attacking one of my panelists, I'm not going to sit and let it go because I want a nice free flowing chat. No, you come in my chat, you be respectful. And that means you be respectful to me, my panelists, and my chat. And if you're not, then you get kicked out. I'm not going to attack Bridget if somebody's come in and called her all the names under the sun and said a whole pack of lies and attack Bridget for answering back. That's disgusting. It's wrong. But I mean, yeah, okay. You think it's okay, and that's fine. You think it's so fine. You stay over there and you do your thing, Barley. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you feel I maybe derailed your chat. I mean, to be honest, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go on about it. All right, here. I'll be transparent. I like Eggy, but what goes on between Eggy and Jan is not my business and before my time. And I don't care for the retelling by either side because I find most retelling biased. Yeah, and I can appreciate that, Random Fish. And I can acknowledge that. I don't know why Eggy Toast has got a hate boner for me. She said, oh, I can't remember exactly what she was accusing me of now. I think did she accuse me of stalking her or something? It's just absurd. I mean, for God's sake. And the thing is, wherever I go, she turns up. Hey, Pew Pew. Nice to see you, darling. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. The thing is, this Eggy Toast seems to go to a lot of the chats that I go to. And whenever she goes, she's just attacking me, basically. And I'm like, okay, what have I done about you? What have I done to you? She said, and the thing she said, I've actually put, I did actually take a screenshot of one of it. She said something about me being taken to court for abusing a 5-year-old.
What?
Yeah, she's a bitch. I'm telling you. And Barley thinks it's funny to have her in chat talking shit about me. No, it's not going to happen. There's something very wrong with that woman. I assume she's a woman. She said, oh, and she keeps saying, oh, Jan wasn't a tutor because I don't know why. Why wasn't I a tutor? I've forgotten. But yeah, she keeps coming out with all these lies. And I'm not going to sit there, especially if I'm a mod. I'm not going to sit there and let her tell a whole pack of lies. Just get out of here. And then when I'm trying to, remove her for, whatever seconds it is, other people are in there are putting her on there. Oh, don't get rid of Eggy Toast. She's so nice. No, Eggy Toast needs to stop stalking me and stop coming out with a whole load of crap. Because I'm
I
sick.
was definitely one of those people where Monty blocked her. Just for Eggy.
Say that again, Edna.
Well, I said, and I was definitely one of those people when Monty blocked her in chat. We were all like, justice for Eggy. I mean, it's so silly.
That is silly. And as I've quite often said, I want to live in Edna's world so much. Right. Random Bush says, when you and Eggy were going back and forth, I said to you both of you in the same comment, be nice, ladies. And I think that's the end of it for me. Yeah, and that's probably because you're not involved in it, Random Fish. And I understand that, but I did feel that Barley totally disrespected me for speaking to me like that and saying, oh, come on, ladies, we're not children in that. I thought, piss off, Barley. Do you think I'm going to take any more crap from this woman? You can think again. She's gone around spreading total fabrications about me, and I'm done. Just stop. Right, okay, let's get on to same with Capone. Yep. Same with Capone. I haven't blocked Capone. She's welcome to come in and apologize. But she will no longer mod for me. I've always said, I don't know who's laughing there. I know
that was me. That was me.
What happened? Did I miss
she's welcome to come in to apologize.
Well, she is. And I haven't blocked Barley either for that reason. I'm waiting for an apology. And, if I don't get it, all right, fair enough. No skin off my nose. But, I'm explaining why I did those things. Why I unmodded both of those. Capone is in everyone's chats. I know that. It doesn't bother me. And I've always said, I don't mind people going in other chats. It's like, oh, Oh, Edna there in everyone's chats, but she never slags me off, and that's all I ask. Don't go in other people's chats and slag me off because that's being a bit two-faced, and I don't like that. So yeah, so I can't remember what Capone said, but she said something like, where was she? Was she in Yo Mama's? I don't know. And she said something like, oh, I didn't realise Jan said that. Oh, well, that's made me look at her in a different light. And I thought, yeah, look at me from a different light over there, all right? Because you're not being a mod in my channel now because I don't trust you. That's the end of it, okay? So,
I mean, the whole situation, the FB situation, it's kind of like Capone is in most of your chats. So I don't understand how she's saying that she didn't know that you said something when people are putting a twist on it, and you've explained repeatedly what you meant.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I know, and that's why I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You girls, you know what I meant. Anyone with half a brain would know what I meant. And the fact that there's a portion of very sick and evil and embittered individuals that want to spin it into something that it really isn't is their issue. I'm not going to give them. Why should I give them, the oxygen they need in order to, grow their channels or dance for their supper? Or no, just if you want to say that, and okay, I've explained myself. That's the end of it. Capone cried about me being a mod in Hikate's chat, and that she wasn't. That's some narcissistic type shit. What are you doing, Sam? I need a word with you. What are you doing in Hikate's chat?
Sam, you're in trouble now.
You're in trouble now, matey. Let me tell you. No, I couldn't give a toss. Go wherever you want. But, if I do see you jumping on hate trains, then you're not on my train anymore as a mod. You can come in so that I can converse with you. But no, I'm sorry. I can't trust you. That's how I look at it. I can't trust somebody who talks badly about me. Is that so wrong?
No. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so let's carry on a bit more because I want you to understand the reason. There are many different ways of skinning a cat. And I don't always take the most obvious way.
Jan, this is girl world. Why we gotta say skinning the cat? Let's say like peeling a banana.
Oh, yeah, you're a creative ideas person. You're there hyping her channel up. You have no loyalties. How very dare you? Listen, honestly, I really don't. I mean, Edna knows, Bridge knows. I don't care where you guys go. I'm not that precious, I really don't. But, if I see you, saying nasty things, then yeah, forget it. And I'm not afraid to say it to your face either. I will say it to your face.
Yeah.
And if anyone was giving them grief, then I would fight for them. And so I was known as the girl in the home that stood up to all the other kids who would bully some of the other girls in the home. Or just the girls. There was one girl in the home, her name was Maria, and she was she struggled. And they used to pick on her big time. Right, so I was going to play this, but maybe we'll revisit. We'll revisit Rocking Elders because it was I loved it. It was a really nice podcast where we spoke very openly. Nobody was coerced, despite saying otherwise.
Is that the allegation?
Oh yeah, because apparently in the attic your mind goes a bit frazzled and you forget the true story of what's actually happened.
Yeah,
And
it's probably a little stubby up there. You just
Yeah.
Let
I
sorry,
need
I'm
to
being
open the window. My name is Saul, and your drama is between y'all. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, Barley, if you want me to. Okay, hang on a minute. I heard she was. Okay. Okay, Barley. How did I hate on Jan? Is it okay to disagree? But I feel from everyone, I was one person who tried to protect that my chat is more goofy. Sorry, I didn't think it's so serious. Sorry. Okay, all right. I'm not going to go on anymore about it. I think I've said everything that I need to say, Barley. And, you know, I did try and say goodbye to you and wish you the best wishes for your channel. And I'd like you to remember what you actually said to that. Okay,
well,
right.
Jen, I think she just apologized.
Yeah, but I get the feeling Barley's apologies are a bit like other people saying, hi, hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, you know, if she wants, she can feel the way she wants to feel. I feel that I was not allowed to feel the way I felt in her channel or on her channel. So I wanted to take myself away from it. That's it. And we're
Okay.
36 minutes in and it's still going on. So I'm not going to be talking about it anymore. We've looked at that. I also want to look at Kalari. Because there's so many points that she has brought up that I think are very prevalent to what's happening at this time. And it's nasty. It's just nasty. At the beginning, yeah, that's the one. And what's the time on it? 3:30. Right, just bear with me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, no worries. I
Right,
guess
I
I
want
gotta
to.
read chat. So let's see what
I was
Martin said.
gonna
I gotta
say,
make it.
Sam said this is the best drama Friday ever.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Well, one thing you'll know about me is I'm not afraid to say what I want to say. The only time, yeah, I'm not afraid to say anything. It's my channel. I'll say what I want to say. But one of my triggers is liars. I just can't handle liars. And I am triggered by that. I admit it. I've also admitted that I do have a mental illness, contrary to what the scum and the attic think. I am diagnosed. I'm diagnosed with BPD. I'm not proud of it. It's not something that I am ashamed of either, because to have BPD, there are certain criteria in the what's it called? The DB. What's that book
The
called?
DSM-5. DSM-5.
Yes, I can never remember that. Anyway, but you do have to have, I think, is it 7 or 5?
I think it's 5 out of
Wait,
9, right?
yeah, 5 out of 9. That's it. And you know, unfortunately, I've been diagnosed with it. Now, somebody who really ought to know better has alluded to her thoughts that I diagnosed myself. Sorry, I have to laugh because it's so pathetic. I diagnosed myself on Google. Why would I do that? Why
Because
would
a
I
lot of
do?
people, mental health isn't accessible for everybody. So, some people, they read a DSM and they listen to other people's story and they're like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh well, it didn't happen to me. So, contrary to what you
Jan
may
is
hear
certified.
from other, I'm certified. I'm a certified nutter. Trust me. I am old enough to understand my mental illness and to also avoid triggers.
Mm,
Sometimes it's difficult to avoid them. And
Yeah.
one of the things that is guaranteed to trigger me is liars. I just can't deal with them. And I'll be honest, I boo-hooed to Bridge today because I was so triggered and I wanted to be able to do Drama Friday because
Mhm.
it's our baby, you know. I think the
Yeah.
girls enjoy coming up, and you know, I boo-hooed to Bridge today, and you know, told her things that I don't tell anybody. And I think one of the things, the other thing that that really triggers me is um, justification. I just cannot deal with injustice. That's another thing.
Um,
And yeah, so where were we going? We were going with Kalari.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get
right.
Kalari. And I just want to say thank you, Bridge, for listening to me
No worries.
earlier.
Aw.
I was like, oh God, I can't. And do you know what? It's not because I I'm particularly bothered about what people say about me. Because
Well,
at the end
Jen,
of
this has
the
been
day,
an intense week. Nobody's gonna fault you for feeling some kind of way, girl. You're fine. We all understand.
it's just lies though, Edna. I just can't handle
Mhm.
lies, you know. But anyway, let's listen to Kalari. Where are you, girl? There she is. Because she said it very eloquently today. I don't know if you guys are aware, but she's getting it
Yeah.
from all sides as well. And it's like, leave the woman alone. I just, it's just awful. I hate it. I hate it for her. Anyway, so let's listen to Kalari.
Decided to jump into her chat and offer me a monetary thing to do things for him. Take that however you want to take that. He's a fucking weirdo. Apparently, somebody who I like was talking about if you know she likes to attack women. But of course, Heifer's brain from her sock, Sarah Lee, and it's not the not Sarah Lee account, so I don't want y'all to get that confused. This is her original OG sock account, Sarah Lee, had to defend the fact that Chantal wasn't being racist. And it's like,
Mhm.
go to sleep, Heifer. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to make this a bit bigger. Where are we? Oh no, we are bigger. Okay, sorry about that mistake.
Up all hours of the night defending yourself in Garlic Bread's comment section. You're weird. But you're not the only one who's weird, because here's your boy in your live talking about offering me $100 to eat an apple or $200 for my bike not to be squeaky. And you know what? I don't think so. I'm not bargained for. You can't buy me like you can your heifer. But what?
Do you know, I don't believe that he's allowed to get away with this. I really don't. I mean, she's going to explain what's happening now. But
Mhm.
he's actually, she thinks it's him that started other accounts. You know, like there's thousands of Jan's views out there. Apparently,
Yeah.
someone has started Kalari ones. And oh,
Wow.
and I think Edna's got one, haven't you, Edna?
Yeah, I have an Edna B listing. Shout out to her or
Oh
them.
my God.
Have you ever had one, Bridget?
Oh yes. I'm somebody had Bridge maybe fishy. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I had to
Yeah.
block them.
Yeah.
They're on my block list. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Sometimes I'm lost for words at the
Yeah.
nastiness that some
But
people
you
do
know what?
online.
But honestly, Jen, when I first heard it, I didn't because we talked about it a little bit, right? And once we talked about it, I was like, "You know what, 100% right. Like, shame on me. I shouldn't have taken it as lightly as I did originally. Like, I didn't think it was funny for him to ask her to buy the apple, but I didn't take it as maybe seriously as maybe it should be because that's a really inconsiderate it's like there's no compassion in something like that. Like I think at first I thought it was like, when Jessica Messica got the $1,000 to shave her eyebrows, right? But
Mhm.
it's on a different level when you're talking about somebody's smile. And that could be like a true insecurity versus somebody
Mm-hmm.
being silly. And and I didn't weigh them the same way. I didn't like weigh it the same.
Yeah. No, I did. And I mean, I started doing that video and I couldn't help it. I got quite upset just talking about it because
Yeah.
I'm an empath. And my way of showing, I think all empaths have different ways of showing their empathy. And mine, I can't help it, is to, and I think, you know, like I was explaining in that, what's the damn thing called? The Rocking Elders. I was an empath even from a very young age because I used to
Mhm.
fight for everybody else. I didn't have to fight for me because nobody picked on me, but I used to fight to defend other kids in the home. So I think that stems from that's where my empathy grew, I think. And I just can't bear to see people being abused like that,
Mhm.
especially certain people. Because you might say, well, it doesn't seem to bother you when you hear people going at Foodie. Now, the difference with Foodie is I feel personally that she's a piece of shit. So I think she asks for all the hatred because she is so vile and because she has
Yeah.
done so many vile things. She's just a hateful person. But someone like Kalari has done nothing. And she's popped up in this community, you know, with her hair bonnet on and her lack of teeth at the front and her size. And she said, look, this is me. This is who I am. And you can say what you like about me. I know who I am. I know I'm a strong woman. I applaud her for that. I applaud that. And
Yeah.
to see people coming for her, I can't take it. I find it really hard. Were you going to say something, Edna? Was that you, Edna?
I forgot. Yeah, I was trying to shut up. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So Sam says your mama recently said I don't like bullies ganging up on one person. Yeah, right. Your mama on that moral high ground type shit, the hypocrisy. Yeah, no. No. And that's one of the reasons I stepped away from him. I mean, I don't know why you stepped away, Bridge. You stepped away before I did.
Yeah, yeah. With me, it was just like it was the same thing over and over again, talking about the same people over and over again. It was redundant, and it was just tired. I was tired of it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when I stepped away, I mean, it wasn't any hard feelings or anything. But then he took up for that Mona V, whatever they are,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Frida, whoever the other girl is, started taking up for
Rita and
them.
Zena.
Yeah, started taking up for them. So like what Sam said, that he doesn't like people be ganging up on one people. He does it all the time. Just whatever.
I
I
don't
think
understand why they're so upset with Jen. Like I know they feel some kind of way about me, um, with Monty, but what do they have against you?
I don't know. Who? Who, Yo Mama? Because
Mama V,
oh,
Farida and Zena,
Monavi. Oh,
sister.
well, I tell you what happened. She first contacted me, Zena first contacted me on YouTube on her private account. Now, I didn't know it was her private account. So when I then addressed her, I think, on Twitter. I can't remember word for word or exactly what happened, but I then addressed her on Twitter about something. And she went off and said, you've showed everybody who my private account is. It was the same bloody, oh no, it was a different name, I think. But I didn't do it on purpose. And she was like, oh, you're trying to dox me and my kids and blah.
What?
I said,
What?
don't be so daft. I mean, she was showing me pictures of her little boys, her sweet little boys, and I was saying how beautiful they were and everything. And then all of
Mhm.
a sudden, I'm like, you know, the Wicked Witch of the West. And she's saying that I'm trying to dox her. And I said, listen, girl, I didn't know that this was your private account, for one.
Mhm.
And I would never dox anyone, ever.
Hmm.
And it was
Hmm.
like, it just sort of came out of nowhere. I thought, what the hell? what the hell are you talking about? I'm going to see if I can find it. I'm not going to show it, but let's see if I can find it. I just thought, what? And then after that, I don't know whether she blocked me or what happened. Where is she? Where is she? Can't find her. Oh, there. Yes. Okay. She had this other account that she called Xena. Okay. Now, I thought she spoke on Xena because, you know, that was her name. Everyone knew her name was Xena. And it was before she joined up with the other girl, you know, the Mona V. So
Arita.
I only had her as I only had that name, Xena, right? So, right, let me see. I'm just going to read. I mean, some people are just bloody mad. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. So I wrote something. What did I put? Okay. I would show you, but I'm not going to give her name out. Right, okay. And I've written something like, and these are the reasons I blocked you. These and the throwing under the bus comment. That was it. Bridge, do you remember when she said I threw her under the bus? Under the bus. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I vaguely I don't remember what that was about. Though I remember that, but I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah. So I said, I couldn't give a toss where you go, but joining in with a baying mob is something else. What say you? So I'd copied a screenshot of her in a chat where she was slagging me off. So I've written to her. So I sent her that, and then the dumb hussy shit. And then anyway, so she then I then said, I have to say I am somewhat confused about this. You're welcome to join me on panel tonight to go over this. Because I thought she was a friend. I thought she'll come up and we'll talk about it and I can say, listen, I didn't mean anything by, I don't know what I was supposed to have said. Right, oh no, a lot of it are voicemail, so I'm not gonna okay, so she said right. So then so I was asking her what the throwing. Do you remember she started doing, like when she was on with Mona V, she was saying things like, oh, you know, Jan's thrown me under the bus. And I was like, what? What are you talking
I
about?
noticed a comment here and there, but I didn't, they didn't really explain anything. But
No, exactly. So she put, throwing under the bus was because you said that I showed you who I really am because I had BGTV and Nova on, continuing to mock me, over exaggerate what I did, and act as if I backstabbed you. None of that happened. I think I did say, you've shown me who you are. Because I don't like BGTV or Nova. I don't like them. But it wasn't the fact that she was on there. It was the fact that she was going along with slagging me off. So that was that. So then she says, Bridget tweeted that I said to you that you weren't allowed to be in our chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's your fault, Bridge. It was your fault. I remember now.
I remember you telling me that she said that, and I was like, no, I didn't. Like, she's like, that was a lie.
Exactly. So she said, Bridget tweeted that I said to you that you weren't allowed to be in our chat because BGTV and Nova were on, which was false. So you either told her that or she made that up and you didn't correct her. But when you came into the chat and said, oh, I was looking forward to this, showing how disgruntled you were, that our content wasn't garnered to you, I felt was rude also. Farida is A Mona V on YouTube. So those are her thoughts and opinions. So you either told Bridget again that I wasn't coming into your lives anymore because I didn't want to face her, or that was something she decided to have an opinion on. Because again, I said out of respect for you and her, I didn't want to cause any animosity. That's what it was. It was something that was going on in the chat, wasn't it? And she just took it. she picked up the steak from the wrong end, and it was the end that had already been in the fire. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, woman? Right. I said in our DMs plenty of times how much I respected you both and still was sorry that my defense came over as an offense. And I'm still sorry for that. Okay. Edna, you've come in here, Edna. All right. This is your fault.
Oh, okay.
See? You're always sneaking around. Right, okay. Edna thinks doxing is petty mess. We spoke about this, and now you're talking to Bodega. Oh my God!
Okay,
How dare I?
listen, I do not condone doxing at all.
No.
But if you are putting your information out there, how is that doxing?
Yeah.
It was my
Exactly.
thing. It's like, you're upset because someone did X, Y, and Z, but you're the one who publicly said X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
And I mean, I get
I could
that
counteract.
people hunt
Sorry,
for it.
Edna.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
go
carry
ahead.
on. No, carry on what you were saying. I jumped in. That was rude. Sorry.
No, that was basically it. Go ahead.
I was going to add a caveat to that. I think doxing really should include with malicious intent. And I think that makes it
Right.
very different. Okay. Now I can put something
Mhm.
up on Facebook, say, about my family.
Mhm.
Now, if somebody then takes that and puts it on YouTube to mock them, to make fun of them, to hate on them in order to hate on me, then that is malicious. And
Mhm.
that's what these people do. And that's, that's awful. That's dreadful. And I've never done anything like that ever. But some people want to say that I have. So anyway, so then she's put, which I don't want to be associated with anyone that does speak to them. Oh, she's talking about Bodega. Just because you have a mutual hatred for Hussey, when these people are the actual dangerous ones. So the fact you tagged my personal Twitter that has my kid's school on there with the Bodega, I don't say or do anything on that Twitter that's related to Girl World. That's mon ami. Okay. Okay. These people are dangerous. Okay.
Wait, is she saying Amana V isn't Girl World?
No, she was saying that her personal her
She's saying
Xena
her
account.
personal one. Yeah. She's
Oh,
saying her
okay.
personal one wasn't wasn't malicious. I've got to get that word out made. It wasn't Girl World. And then she said, then the gall to come in our live stream wanting to be part of the conversation when you block us and then tag me and call me a misogynist. Did I call her a misogynist? I don't remember that. I never once called you a name nor degraded you. I said you seem to have a problem where some people go. I don't have an issue with where people go. Okay, so then she went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So there was about 15 paragraphs. So I responded with, I shall reply paragraph by paragraph. Why would you assume that I mocked you and felt that I had exaggerated my thoughts on you having petty fam on your channel? I have never hidden my dislike for those people, but you choosing to entertain them is none of my business. I stand by my statement about finding out about people by the company they keep. If you felt attacked by that, maybe you should have said something to me about it instead of making snide
Okay.
comments. I would have been willing to discuss it with you. I apologize if you felt my opening remarks upset you. I did not intend that to be the case. I was genuinely disappointed that BGTV was there, as I had been looking forward to the live stream and hoping to participate in the chat. I had stayed up specifically to watch and support you and found it so disappointing for obvious reasons. I can't remember saying I wasn't allowed in your chat, so I'm a little perplexed about that tweet, which I cannot remember seeing. And then I put, please don't assume what I said to Bridget. Let's make this very clear. I am not and never will be in the bodega. I do not speak to them either. As I have said many times, I do not join groups and actually find it quite insulting that you would even think that. I also said that I do not wish to speak to people who associate with Hussey. But here we are. Please do not insult my intelligence as regards online people interaction. When I had the goal, which I put in inverted commas, when I had the goal, seriously, I blocked you after seeing the snide comments and online interactions you were posting. I didn't take kindly to the misinformation you were making public about my character. I didn't realise I would not be welcomed on your channel and hoped to join in on an important topic. Yeah, I can't remember what they were talking about, but I stayed up till about 3 o'clock in the morning to join that particular stream, and she had
Yeah.
bloody BGTV on it, a Nova, and maybe I shouldn't have gone in there and said, "Oh no, I was hoping we were going to have a good old chat." Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but for her to then come for me the way she did, I thought, if she had an issue with it, come to me privately. We'd already DM'd. Just come to me privately and just say, "I'm sorry, Jan, but I didn't like the way you acted," and I would have apologized. So I then finished it with, lastly, I was not aware that this was your private Twitter. I would never put anyone's personal information out there. Do you not know about my docs? I would never do that to anyone. It kind of hurts that you would believe that I would do such a thing. Seriously, are you kidding me? I am not the person people paint me to be. I thought you knew that. Children and family are my life. I would never intentionally hurt anyone else's. I will just add that I hope your beautiful boys have long and fulfilled lives within a family of happiness, peace, and love. All children deserve that. And that was the last time I spoke to her, and that was in January. I don't even know which year it was. January 2023. So yeah,
Wow.
that's what happened with Xena. Weird.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. When people see, I'm one of these people, I don't know if you're the same. I think Bridge is probably the same. But when people show you who they truly are, then I step away.
Mhm.
You know? What's the
Yeah.
point? You're not going to change people.
I don't know. I try to have some kind of, because I know I'm not perfect, right? So I try to not be so black and white with it.
Yeah, and I
I think some people
recognize.
are worth working with.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, I do recognize that maybe that's part of my mental illness, that I do see things very black and white, and I can cut
Yep, me
people off
too.
if I need to.
Mhm.
I just will, Um,
Mhm.
so anyway, let's get back to Kalari. How far in are we? Okay.
What I can tell you is that you have a sick obsession. Now, I didn't grab the screen cap in Yaba's chat because I really don't want to, but I was on the bike exercising. One moment, y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat pics. Let me get that a heart.
I just want to
Team
say I
Arsenio
love that she
Hall
does the
does need to
fit
stop
thing.
the
I
garbage.
think
He
that's such a
does.
cute idea.
I think it's lovely. I think it's
Mhm.
really, I can listen to her. I put her on, I was listening to her in the car earlier, and she's just such a genuine person. And I just can't understand people coming for her. I just don't get it.
You
Just
know
leave her
what?
alone.
At first, saying help her, like that's just a personal thing with me. It's like rent and help her. I don't like. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe. And I can understand that. You know, there are certain things about people that other people aren't gonna like, you know, but you don't have to
Mhm.
try and destroy them, you know, just don't speak
Yeah.
on them. So, yeah.
It's ridiculous at this point. Because I know he watched the fit bang that I did on Tuesday where I said, I don't want no parts of you or your sick fetishes. I do not like you. You were blocked
Mhm.
for a reason. I do not want to engage with you. Stay in your circles in YouTube. And for some reason, because he's so childish, he needs to keep knitting because he thinks there's going to be a button he can push with me. I already know he's talked about me.
It's true, isn't it? And the thing is, how many times has Kalari said, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to speak to you. Just, you know, but he keeps on. And I think she's right in saying that he is an obsessive type of person because he's been talking, he's obsessed with Foodie, ALR, and FFG. He is literally obsessed with those people. And
But
I
you know
think
what?
she makes a valid point when she says that his obsession with her is unhealthy, very unhealthy.
I mean, it is like she said. It is very childish because it's kind of like, you know, a little kid on the playground. Like, okay, we don't want to play with you anymore. But then this kid is keep on throwing rocks or doing whatever just to bug the hell out of you, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
and it's
does.
almost like he's outside of girl world because like Kalari, she's a reactor. She's like a girl world reactor. But when you really look at somebody like Yo Mama, he's not really truly girl world. He's talking about the reactor. So that's something different.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah, you've got a good point there. But I think also we need to think about or recognize that or consider is that Kalari has a mental illness. She's got a serious mental illness. And if he continues to attack her, eventually it could have an effect on her mental illness. And that's where I get, I get
I mean,
upset about that.
I think, mental illness aside, like anybody just constantly going after you all the time and you're telling them to stop and they keep on doing it, it can have an effect on anybody, mental
Yeah,
illness or not.
Right.
yeah. And that's why I wanted to play this as well, because I want people to see that it's not just me. I mean, at the moment, I'm the flavour of the month. But, you know, it's not just me he's been coming for. He's been coming for a lot of people. Hi, Kimberlina. Nice to see you. Sam, what did you just say? Can I acknowledge the fact that Yo Mama is going after every creator talking shit about foodie in Thailand? But he was doing the same last year. Oh, and he's deleted all those videos like no one remembers. Yeah, yeah, doesn't surprise me. He's so hypocritical. And it's weird. I'm sorry. It's weird that a married father, spends so much time talking about women or other people in the YouTube universe. I mean, don't you have other things to do? Don't you go and cut your grass? I mean, go and mow the lawn. Take the kids to the park. Walk the dog. Do something with your life, man, because there's nothing wrong. There's something seriously wrong with him. I really believe that now, and that's why I wanted to show Kalari here. Hey, Kalari. Hey, darling. Sorry I'm late. Still on the phone with my hubby. I'm running behind. Oh, I wanted to play this because I back you 100%. And it's just not very nice having somebody coming after you
Mhm.
for absolutely nothing. Okay, what does Kimberlina say? Remember last month when he had to cut his family vacation short because there was drama in the community? I know. It's insane. It's insane. This man has serious issues. And I also would suggest that he has anger issues as well. Because I think,
You think so?
oh, absolutely. He has triggers. I'm one of his triggers. I appear in the chat and he can't handle it. It's like, "Oh." Listen, I've got a mental illness and I admit to my
Mhm.
triggers, but I can
Mhm.
still talk for 2 hours without losing it. He can't.
Hmm.
He can't. And yeah. Anyway, let's get back to what Kalari said. Otherwise, we're not going to cover very much.
He constantly shows my fit bungs. I can't do nothing about it. I put it on YouTube. It's fair use for him to critique that content. I don't care. I don't watch him. He's tried going after my family, and in particular my husband. But my husband doesn't care about Girl World. So you're not going to get me mad over that. I'm sorry, not sorry. I protect my peace. But this level of stalker that you're doing now, and I know it's you, and how I know it's you is because right here, you talk about that $100 for me to eat a fucking apple, which is a weird fetish kink that you need to do something about, brother man. And then all of a sudden, somebody with my name, but not the full name because you're stupid, and a picture that you took from a thing where I showed a gift of me holding tea and sucking my teeth when I did have non-frontal damage. And you took a picture of that. This is how obsessed you are. You screen cap that GIF, use that picture with the name Kalari, and then you jumped into Yabba's chat. And it goes deeper because you waited the 3 days because she has it on subscriber mode only.
Wow.
So that you could sit in there this morning and say asinine shit about me eating the apple again.
Wow.
And then you did it in Chantel's chat, and she acknowledged that you're the Kalari troll account. Not to be confused with the Kalari Ninja Troll that person changed their name to, I think. They made that to make fun of another content creator who was trying to say I was sending trolls after her. It was a joke.
It's like, how far do you go? How far do these people go? And, the irony of him saying that, oh, I only started my channel to call out the hypocrisy. He's the most hypocritical creator in Girl World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because how is talking about her teeth not what do they call it? Ad hominem attack? Like,
Yeah.
like why are we why are we saying this? There's no point. It's just mean.
It is. It's just being mean. And I think that's because he's of low intelligence. I have to keep throwing that in. And he's very juvenile in his whole being is very juvenile. So he acts in, a childlike way. I don't know why. But I mean, if you just listen to, there's a reason why he doesn't panel up with people. And I think the main reason
panel, that was painful.
the main reason he can't channel up with people is because he can't have an adult conversation. Think about it. All the times that you've seen him on channel or on someone's panel, he cannot act like an adult. And I truly believe that that's an issue with him. And I think going back to why is he attacking me and you two on the panel and saying that, oh, we think we're better than everybody else and blah, blah, blah. We've never said that. I would never say that. I don't believe I'm better than anybody. Why does there have to be someone that's better than anybody else? Why can't we just all live our lives being different people? But he can't understand that. And because of his own insecurities, he will attack people, different people. I honestly believe that the fact that Kalari is very articulate and has been successful. She's an author. She is a successful woman. So, as a child, what's a child going to do if they come across someone like Kalari? They're going to pick the first thing because they're a child.
Yeah.
But, you know, he comes across, or he's got people believing the things that he says and, you know, feeding into his take on other creators. I think he's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
So
And I
I
don't
know the
like the
difference
idea
between
of
Kalari's
oh,
Ninja
sorry, go
Troll
ahead.
account, so please don't get mad at that account if you see them, because it's not the same as the Kalari account that got made by an obsessive clown jester. And hey, Bip Bop, hi, Spooky Von Sweets, who for some reason can't accept when a woman says, I don't want to fuck with you. And I know I'm not the only woman that's done that. I am dead serious, though, that I want no parts of your fucking channel. Use my content if you want. Obsess if you want. But going so far to make a fucking account with my name to get my attention? Are you that desperate for a back and forth? Haven't you harassed Jen? And she gave you way more energy and attention than you fucking deserve. And I know Girl World and commentary want to run around with, oh, your mama won that. Oh, God, I said his name now. He's going to fucking cream himself. The fact of the matter is, the fact that you need this kind of attention for your channel is sad for you.
Yeah.
You want to mock those of us who call out the heifer and have fun doing it. But we don't care. If you're going to be a part of Girl World, be a part of Girl World. But if you're going to be a part of Girl World trying to pick fights with other reactors, there might be some that give you that attention. It won't be me. I don't like you. The only thing I can say positive about you is that your feelings getting hurt back in March, and you run into the heifer and getting her strike, because it was more you than me. I didn't even report her back then. It was people that liked me that probably went and said, oh no, that was the bridge too far. But I didn't care. I thought it was funny that she talked about me. But you amped her up. And then the both of you got my under 700 follower channel above 3K. So I will always credit you for that, Aldis Montel. But what I'm not going to do is get into a back and forth with you. I will never be on your channel. If somebody's having a panel with you on, I might listen, but I'm not going to lower myself to try to argue with you, because that's all you want. You are like a literal pigeon.
Yeah.
Fighting with you will only raise my blood pressure, which I'm not going to do because I'm in protect my peace mode, while you squawk and poop all over the place. So no, that's it. Keep on making those weird ass accounts. I'm going to keep blocking and reporting them, because at that point, it's harassment. You are harassing me at this point, sir. There's absolutely no reason for it.
I agree. Well said. Well said, Kalari. And if he doesn't understand that, the issue is with him.
I think he won't understand it, because like Garlic has been saying this, like he followed Garlic over to this community. Yeah. And Garlic has been saying that he doesn't want to be bothered with him at all, but still, you know, he keeps on going.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I haven't made a video about him in months and months, and I said I was done, but yet he still talks about me. So, you know, he doesn't understand it.
He still drops you into the conversation all the time. And this is, you know, why. And I think Kalari is absolutely right. The man is obsessed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of creepy. You know? Just, it is. So
I'm gonna head out now. I'll be listening though.
All right, darling. Have a good time.
Bye,
Have a
Bridge.
fabulous weekend.
All right, you too.
I'll see
Bye.
you soon, darling. Bye-bye. Right, we're just going to finish on this because my hay fever is started. My nose is blocked and all the rest of it. Anyway, okay, so we're going to start with this. We're going to finish with this. And it's interesting that we started talking about Gorlick because I thought this was very interesting. As Bridge has just said, Bridge has said to him, not Bridge, Gorlick has said to him, leave me out of your mouth. I don't want to talk to you. I've got nothing to say to you. Just stop talking about me. But of course he won't, because he's like a little cockroach. He's got underneath those floorboards and he's scratching away, wanting attention. So here we go. Oh, let me just look at the chat. Here we go. Right. When Luthor came at Superman, he had to come correct. He had that kryptonite. That's what you'll need. Kryptonite. Proof, hard facts. Yeah. That's how I roll, Sam. And that's what I do.
Then what are you
My
talking about?
standalone videos. Sorry, Edna?
I was like, what is he talking about? The fact is that you want like proof that he's the troll? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That he's like
You
really
have to
harassing
come up.
her?
You have to come at him with the crap that he comes at you with. So in my
Yeah.
video, I proved how he is as a father, because I showed 2 different times of when he was with his children. That's cold hard facts. Now he can sit
Gotcha.
there and flap his wings and squawk as much as he likes, but the truth is there. That's what
Okay.
Sam means by hard facts. And I will do that. I will take the time to do that. There was a reason I went down that lane, and I will back it up.
Okay,
I don't
Jen, I
need
have to
to
say it.
say that again.
I know people are thinking it. That you're talking about his parenting now. That's a no-no in girl world.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if it's a no-no on Girl World. He's brought his family onto YouTube, and he's shown the way he is a parent. He's shown the way he is as a parent on YouTube. So I'm not allowed to mention it, even though he's talked about other people's families. I'm not allowed to talk about it. The way he talks about and makes up stories about other people. What do you do to Allah? He talked about him, and he talked about his kids, and slagged Allah off because his family lived in the Philippines or something. People don't remember.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I decided I was going to give him a piece of his own medicine, and that's why that video I made said the same thing. I'll give you a piece of your own
Yeah.
medicine, because he does do it to other people, and he does get personal. He's just a nasty, bitter little man. And I would say it to his face the way I did on his channel, and I would say it over and over again. The way he has treated other people on here, it's about time somebody gave him some of it back. And I'm the one to do it. And I will do it.
All
I'll
right.
prove what a nasty little person you are. Somebody who spends hours upon hours doing live streams talking about fat women. Or no, he's not actually talking about fat women. He's trying to make out that he likes them so that he gets the attention from the bigger YouTubers. Oh, yeah, great. Well done. Nobody ever thought of doing that, did they, Slow Mama? And the reason they didn't do it is because it's a stupid thing to do. But he's got all his little yay sayers in his chat now, and that. So he feels like, who else? What other 40-year-old man would proclaim that they're the king of Girl World? I mean, and the joke is that it's not a joke. The joke is that he means it. I'm telling you, there's something
I couldn't
wrong with
believe it
him.
when he was like serious, talking about he's the king of girl. Sir, this is girl world. I feel like they don't realize that we're really humor in them, but that's a whole nother discussion.
He's it's just insane. And you know, the fact that he feels that he can go, I still maintain it's a lot to do with his insecurities and his ineptitude. And that's why he goes for people like me, Kalari, Bridget. Bridget hasn't mentioned his name for months and he still spits her name out. Just
Yeah.
get
Well,
over
you
it.
know what? I think Bridget is so beautiful. They just can't get her out of their mind.
Yeah, yeah. Whether you're joking or not, I agree with you. Bridget is a beautiful black woman. She's strong.
Mm-hmm.
She knows her path. She's taking her path
She's about to
successfully.
be Dr. Bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably going to be a doctor. And all he can talk about, when he talks about Bridget, what's he talk about? Her being in student digs. Oh, get out of here, you idiot. Absolute fool.
Right. I wish I had
Honestly,
the drive.
you know, I I've always said, I've said it over and over again. I love intelligent people. And that's not because
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm necessarily intelligent. I'm just drawn to intelligent people. I like to have conversations. I like to feel, you know, I'm getting my brain picked again a bit, you know. And if I say
Mm-hmm.
something wrong, then they come back to me and say, well, actually, Jan, I sort of think a bit differently about that. I'm happy with that. Like, you know, Bridget does it to me all the time. There she is laughing. I like that. And I think people like Slow Mama, student digs, we call them over here. Student digs. What do you call
Oh,
them?
we call them residential halls or
Oh, right.
dormitories. But we at
Stu-
my campus we call them residential halls.
yeah. I think they do call them that over here, but digs is a bit of a slang word, really. Like you say, you know, student digs means that they
Because
live
Jan's
in,
about that life.
because I'm about that life. Yeah. According to somebody, I didn't even go to college. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no,
Oh my
Jan.
God.
Okay, all
Jan
right,
don't know
whatever.
nothing. Jan hasn't even been a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah. Ah, oh, and the other anyway, the attic dweller actually had the nerve to say the other day, not
Mhm.
only that I you know, googled, I googled, you know, BPD. I think that's because I did a video saying that her twat of a fella did the same thing. But she even had the audacity to say that I've got no family. She's got no family. She was brought up in an orphanage.
Oh,
I mean, how spiteful. I mean,
that is
that's
such a low
spiteful.
blow.
It's just
Yeah.
spiteful. So
I
I'm not
mean,
going to play.
I understand that there's history, right? And like I don't really know them to have much of an opinion. But at the end of the day, like seeing something like that, that's just it's painful. It's unnecessary.
It's just spiteful, you know. So on Twitter, I put up the video that my daughter or my son, because two of them are with me, took of our first hug. That I didn't meet my brother for 60 years because I didn't know he existed and he didn't know I
Yeah.
existed, even though we were both born in the same hospital. It's insane.
Yeah.
So for her to think she knows more about me and to try and belittle me in that way, I think is foul. And another reason why I'm not going to get down in the dirt and fight with you, Clara. You just stay there amongst the cockroaches.
Oh my God,
Not
I
interested.
hate it. Okay, I have to say it. DC Media Girl, right? I don't really watch her, but it just seems like she speaks with so much like gumption and everything that I just hate to see someone like you and her fighting. You're both strong women, at least maybe you can just agree to disagree, you know?
Mm, Exactly. Well, she's decided because I'm flavour of the month that she's going to jump on the hate train, and she's going to give out all information that she's got from my ex-friends. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Thanks for that. Well, all I've got to say is those ex-friends have got a lot more to lose than I have. A lot more to lose. So she may not feel that she has anything to lose because, quite honestly, she's lost everything already. She's lost her dignity. She's lost her self-respect. She's lost her
But she's
self.
rebuilding. DC Return.
No,
This
no,
could be her
Edna,
redemption arc. No?
no.
Okay.
Look what Bridget says. She's evil. She's got information from people
Hmm.
that were my friends, and she thinks she can use that to silence me. Jan doesn't work that way. Keep on. Keep on, evil woman. I'm not bitter and twisted. I never have been. I never will be. But one thing I am is outspoken. And I will speak up about you whenever I feel like it. It's my channel. I'll do videos. I'll say what I want to say. But one thing I don't do is lie. So, yeah, you just keep your lies to yourself. All right? Just carry on scurrying around in the attic. I'm not interested. I'm not having a back and forwards with you. I'm not interested. But your sources need to be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Right, now, let's finish with what GORLIC had to say. And I found this very interesting. And he has given me, how can I say it? Oh, never mind. Let's just play it.
Guys, welcome back, Commentary Free. And I know you don't like the creator to creator drama, but this is so much less creator to creator. And me, honestly, just standing up for myself, because so much of this stuff is completely unacceptable. And in other communities, dare I say, would not be accepted, would not.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. I forgot to tell you what the title is. It's time we stop fabricating lies about creators we disagree with. Okay, so carry on, GORLIC. Sorry. All right, here we go.
Is completely unacceptable. And in other communities, dare I say, would not be accepted, would not be tolerated. Now, this is a community post I made, which referenced my recent loss of monetization. And that was short term, but I do that out of respect for you, the member, the viewer, the subscriber. Because if you're a member of someone's channel or you've super chatted someone and they lose monetization, it's a very sterile process. You basically get an email that says your membership's been paused or canceled, your super chat's been refunded, and that's it. And it honestly comes down to the creator and whether or not they want to have responsibility for that. I personally appreciate the income I'm able to make on this platform. And when something like that happens, I believe that I owe it to you to explain what happened. And the only
Yeah, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. And it's got nothing to do with Yo Mama hating him or me hating Yo Mama. It's got nothing to do with that. It's how I personally feel about this man and his content. And that's another thing, Edna, that I think people don't seem to realize is that you can come to your own decisions. You know,
Right.
you don't. It's like, what do you feel that we've all got the same brain? Do you know what I mean? It's like mad. Kalari, everything I've seen about her makes me not want to associate. Yeah, she's awful. She's awful, Kalari. Don't go over there.
Well,
It's
okay.
just
So I was
acceptable.
watching the live on the grooming games, and I thought that was interesting because I've heard about those before, but
Yeah.
watching her live, I got a different perspective and more information. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that's a good point to make. But you also have to be aware of where she gets her sources from. And I think
Mhm.
I said it on a video, and I think that's what she's objected to. How dare I question her sources? Now, her sources are
Mm.
very dubious and very well selected. And she doesn't know Britain. She doesn't know England. And to come out with things like, oh, you know, the state of your country is this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Just shut your mouth. Just stay over and worry about your own country. You've got enough things going on in your country. Don't, you know, talk on my country. Okay, and come out with and put on or refer to somebody who's very problematic over here, very problematic, and also racist. But then she does like to surround herself with racists, doesn't she? So, okay, let's carry on.
Only way I can communicate is through community post or content. So I do come on and say, listen, this is what happened. Don't be concerned. Everything's okay. Nothing I did. We're going to work past this. I'm still going to make content. I feel like that's something I owe you. Now, moreover, I don't know how anyone in this community could see that happen to one of their peers and be elated or be happy, because we're in the same community. Theoretically, what impacts one person could impact every person.
That's absolutely right. And that's one thing that Hussey used to do. Every time something happened to somebody, you know, they lost their monetization or they lost something or other, Hussey would celebrate it. He would celebrate by putting up a video of him just laughing. It's just an evil thing to do. You know, all you're doing is holding a mirror up to yourself. You know, you're just proving what a hateful person you are. So, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with GORLIC.
Me personally, anytime someone has lost monetization within a group that I've been in or a community that I've worked with, I've always said, hey, what did that person do? And what can I do to lower the percentage that happens to me, right? Even go back, way back covering video games. The COPPA Act was coming in. People were concerned about making content with games. Every time there's a risk assessment when it comes to content. So for that post that I highlighted, to have another community member kind of, you know, wink and nod like, hey, this person lost monetization, right? And then the very following day, use a majority of someone else's content. And it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter how I feel about that person. It's still reusing content.
There. Mic drop. Mic drop. Make of that what you will. This person, I don't know who this busy little bee is. I know she buzzes around in certain chats. But that is a very good point he made. So let's carry on.
Okay. Now, if you want to respond to that, if you feel, hey, I didn't reuse this person's content, I didn't take content from somebody, all these things, then that is something inherently you should be able to address. You should be able to sit down, make a video and say, listen, this person said that I used, 6 minutes of content in this 10-minute video and I didn't. Here's why, here's how, this is a big misunderstanding. And if you want to do that, I'm all for it, right? That we can have a conversation with. But instead, and in this community, it's prevalent, we cite things like this. Strange man who stalks me. And I really want to hone on this point because I feel like this is intentionally done to divide a community of women from a male creator.
Yeah.
So to be clear, the concept is based off a single community post that I made, that I am a strange man who stalks her. Let's just look at her content over the past year, right? We've made over an hour's worth of content here regarding me. So if we're using that playing field, right? Do I not, as a male, have the right to say, hey, this strange woman is stalking me?
Yep.
I personally would never say those things based on this content. But some reason it's acceptable the other way. And as I said, I really don't know what other communities there are that tolerate these type of claims, even moving forward when someone comes on and says something like this. Right? And I'm not even going to discuss people she associates with and what they've been shown doing because it's not relevant, but rather the fact that she responds further rather than saying, hey, don't label someone here, saying that I'm spreading malicious lies, right? Malicious lies, the same lies that you failed to address with really anything other than childish name calling. And, we should be clear. You can't disagree with someone and always have it boil down to this. It always can't be turned into, this person is a perv, this person is strange, this person is stalking me. Is this what we do to men who make content? If you disagree with them?
It's not just men, it's women as well. But I do understand what he's saying. And it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Strange man who stalks me. Really? When you're doing the videos on him? It's honestly, this community is so toxic. I'm just glad I'm not in it. I really am glad that I'm not in it. I'm adjacent, and that's bad enough. But you need to look at what these people do, and it's important that people like myself, Kalari, Bridget, and who's the last one? Shit. And Garlic Bread, bring it to everybody's attention. It's important, guys, because this is what's going on. And what's happening is all these haters are getting bigger and bigger channels. How are they getting bigger and bigger channels? Because they're all supporting each other. It's a cesspool. And they rely on people responding back to them, because by responding back to them, you're giving them content, because then they can play your video and start, taking the piss out of you or twisting your words, as is what has happened to me this week. Now, if I wasn't strong enough and didn't stand by my convictions, then I could have been hurt by the things that they said. But you know what? They mean nothing to me. Either their comments or their misconstrued words. I mean, no. But this is all part of, it's like a disease that runs through girl world. And it's time people stood up against these people. There are many racists in there, but nobody takes any notice of them. Oh, it doesn't matter if they're a little bit racist. No. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And it's like I said in my last video, I think I said, I don't want any part of that community because it's toxic. And I don't need toxicity in my life. I lead a good life. I lead a happy life where I'm surrounded by beautiful things, including my family and my friends. So why am I going to come online to argue with hateful people? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So they can make as many videos as they like on me. And I'll upload when I want to upload. And I'll speak on it when I want to speak on it. And they can run around with any, with any other little cockroach they want to run around with. Not interested. Like Kalari said, not interested.
Or their work, we just label them all these things? Because I can pretty confidently demonstrate that I'm not stalking you. I'm pretty confident that you can't formulate a true case that I am. But by your definition of stalking, this single community post, I mean, that's just going to be a really tough call for you. And should we not have the right to view things that you do in the same light that you view things that we do? And I know people in this comment section are going to point out, oh, you're a larger channel, they're a smaller channel. That to me is absolutely irrelevant, because one person's lie doesn't become better or worse based on the outreach they have, right? If you're lying about someone, you're a liar, whether you tell one person or a million people. So the fact that other people see that and can run with it, and then perhaps maybe a larger channel would pick it up, that's why this needs to be addressed as it happens. Now,
yeah, and I agree with that there when he says it needs to be addressed when it happens. And as Pew Pew says, Yo Mama actually has the gall to call her his stalker when he quite obviously stalks quite a few people. He stalks FFG. He stalks who's the other one? He used to stalk who's the one with the deep voice? I've forgotten her name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, No Madness Life.
Yeah. How vile was he to her?
I'm sorry.
Absolutely vile. And he stalks me. He knows exactly what I say when I say it. And he stalks Snowflake. And I have to say one thing. I was going to play a bit of him tonight, but I won't because it's be too long. But I have to say, Slow Mama has come up with this parody, if you call it parody, about what's his name? Not Garlic Bread, Mr. Snowflake. And it is so dire. It is incredibly awful. I can't think of another word for it. It's just
It's not
dire.
that bad, Jan. You know what? He
It's
just drew it on a
awful.
little too long. I don't think we needed a part 2, but it was funny at first. Yo Flake wasn't bad.
Okay. All right. If you want to believe that, darling, you believe it, Edna.
Her accent was funny, Jan.
I
In the
just
sweater.
thought it was all,
Yeah.
and what it showed me was a total lack of originality. He's got no originality. He just can't help himself. So, okay, we're
Maybe
going to
it's him trying to
finish.
reach out to another creator in a positive way. You know, it's like, what is it? The imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Really? What, after the things he said
Yeah.
about Snowflake? Really? And the way he
You
talks
know what?
about him?
The thing is,
No?
I think it's like two sides of the same coin, right? Because it's like you're in the community, he's a creator, he wants to, be messy and all that. But at the same time, you got to get along, you want to have fun and beef. So it's hard to balance the two. So like to have the right amount of drama and the right amount of beefing.
Do you think Slow Mum actually has the intelligence to even think like that, Edna? I'm just saying.
I think so. I think.
Oh my God, you do! Oh, Edna,
Yeah.
I do love you though. Yeah, I know, Kalari. Kalari, darling, I've had that happen to me, and on
So
more
Laurie,
than
have
one
you seen
occasion. Just
Edna B.
pathetic.
Lispin?
Yeah, it's just. I just saw it. Do you know what I saw it as, Kalari? I saw it as a compliment. I thought, oh, all these people have taken the time to call themselves Jan's whatever views, Portuguese views or no views, whatever.
Indonesian views.
Like that's going to hurt me, is it? Yeah, after everything I've been through in life, that's actually going to hurt me? I don't think so.
But I don't know. I just take it in good fun.
You do. Yeah, I know you do, my darling.
Yeah.
That's why we love you, Edna. You come here to balance us all out. That's what I'm going to call you like seesaw or balance or something. That's what I'm going to call you. Right, we're going to finish just a short debate on this. What do we think about this, guys? What do we think about this? Can you see it?
Yes.
Right. So, for those wondering what the hustler got up to last night, the deleted live stream, his deleted live stream demonstrates his total lack of understanding the real and serious implications of live streaming from a gay bar.
I thought about that. Yeah.
Many patrons were shown without their consent or knowledge as he hid in a corner. At some point in the video, it is clear that he is seen breaking the rules of the club, and I would suspect asked to refrain from doing so. For that reason, the live stream was abruptly ended. People, regardless of their sexuality, should be allowed to party wherever they please without being exposed. Hussey, as part of the LGBT community, should be aware of this. Being blind drunk excuses nothing. I thought it was disgusting that he filmed again. This isn't even the first time he's done it. He's filmed again in a gay bar. Why doesn't he understand how potentially dangerous that is?
Well, I mean, maybe he's thinking it is 2024, right? That we're past it being like outing somebody, just showing who's in the establishment, you know? Like you can go to a gay bar without being gay.
Do you know, sadly, Edna, I tell you, I really want to live in your world. But sadly, that isn't the case, darling. Do you know, homosexuals are still beaten. They're still beaten to within an inch of their lives just for being homosexual. Do you not realise that? And more
Yeah, I'm
than, we're
sure.
not
Yeah.
talking about a regular club. We're talking about a gay club. Maybe there's a guy in there that's married and shouldn't really be in a gay bar, but he's there for whatever
Yeah.
reason. Do you not think that that would have a potentially life-changing effect on his life? It doesn't matter what year it
100%.
is, Edna. There's still
Yeah.
homophobia out there. There's still transphobia out there. There's still bigots out there. I'm sorry to shout, but it does upset me.
Yeah, no, you're fine. No, I understand because yeah, like you know what, before I hadn't thought about it, but I did happen to think because it was a gay club, I was like, ooh, it made me think of when Miami showed the swingers club or you know
Yeah,
whatever that establishment was. Yeah.
yeah. And for an LGBT person to actually not even have the forethought or even the afterthought of it being wrong, it's completely mind blowing to me. I mean, sometimes I think, I see things, I worry too much about, the possibility of something going wrong. That's just the way
Mhm.
I am. I'm very aware of what can and can't go wrong.
Yeah. No,
And,
those are legitimate fears. Yeah.
yeah, and I have gay friends who I know have had, well, I'm not even going to go into it. And I'm not going to go into it because I get all upset about it. But I believe it doesn't, it doesn't matter what year we're in. These people are still persecuted. The same as black
Yeah.
people are still persecuted. The same as Jewish people are persecuted. And
Okay.
Muslim people are persecuted,
Well, yeah, I
you know?
remember when that post, there was a mass shooting that happened in a gay club here in America, a few years back. I think it was, in Florida, I think that's where it was, you know, and then I remember at that time because my, somebody close that I worked with, was part of the community and it was, you know, it was like a heaviness in the air for sure. So I understand what you're saying. I just think, you know, Hussey didn't think about it. You know, he was just thinking, I'm beasing. I want to share the fun I'm
He was too
having out for
pissed.
my community.
He
Yeah.
was too pissed. I tell you what, here's an accident waiting to happen. I'm telling you. He definitely is. And it's either gonna be his gob that gets him into trouble, or it's gonna be something else that gets him into trouble. But that live stream ended very abruptly. It ended
Hmm.
very soon after I could see these two men talking, and one man walked over towards him. They kept sort of looking over at him. So I think he got thrown out of there. That's what I think. Another throw out time. And it serves him right. And I just think it disgusts me. It does. And yet people have the nerve think they know me. Say, oh, I've been called everything this week. I'm homophobic. I'm Islamophobic. I'm everyphobic. Everyphobic you can think of. I haven't got a bloody clue who I am. They don't have a clue who's in my family. And I'm not going to put anything
Who
out
your
there.
friends are.
Yeah, they don't have a clue who my
I
friends
just
are.
laugh because, yeah, from our conversations, I can, I know some of that, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I'm not going to talk about it because people have
yeah.
the habit of trying to dissect every single word I say and
But you know what, Jen?
misconstrue it.
It's like, yeah, but it's like Steve, right? Steve one, where everybody's calling him racist, where
He is
it's like
coming out with
everybody
dodgy
gets
stuff,
labeled
though.
something like that.
He is
Yeah,
coming
but
out with dodgy stuff, though.
100%. But but it's one of those things where do you think in his heart he thinks he's a hateful person? No. But does
No.
he have preconceived notions about groups of people that aren't positive? Yes. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I tell you, I would like to have a conversation with him. Because he's a bit of an oddball. I like eccentric people. I understand I might be wrong in saying this, and if I am wrong, I apologize, Steve. But I understand he may have some sort of issues as regards substances. I don't know. But I would like
He shared with
to
us he
have.
was withdrawing from cocaine.
Oh,
So yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah. He was taking a break. I think when he was talking to you. I think it
oh,
was a few
okay.
days withdrawal. Yeah, so he seemed like he was doing pretty good.
Good for him. Good for him. Um, and that's the thing, because of the type of life I've had, I've got friends from from very many different walks of life. Very many. I've got teacher friends, I've got artist friends, I've got musician friends, I've got theatrical friends. Um yeah, I have. But some people, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent again. I am going to say thank you, Edna, for coming up and
Wait,
joining.
can I say one thing?
Of course you can.
You know what? It's
What?
Kalari. Can we stop calling your mama Aldi Montel? Because I enjoy Aldi. I feel like it's still an affordable place to get groceries with the craziness of this economy and the inflation that we deal with. So can we have a little bit more respect for Aldi? That's all. Thank you. Have a
You
good weekend.
I can see your close up now of your little face there. Oh, it is so cute, Edna. Edna, tell everybody how I
Thank you.
see you. To Edna, tell everyone how I see you. Go on, I dare you.
It's like a little butterfly just flying off with the different petals and the flowers in the garden.
Yeah, or a timid little mouse. That's how I see Edna.
Oh,
Yeah, a timid little
I don't
mouse.
agree with the timid little mouse, but maybe. I feel like, you know what, don't push me, and we all have fun. Because, like,
Yeah.
if we're going to do something, food for less Montel, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Do you have Lidl's over there? What about Lidl's? Lidl's
Isn't that
Montel.
like I thought that was like Aldi's.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, if you're comfortable with it, dollar store, yeah, because the dollar store. I mean, I still enjoy the dollar store, but that $1.25, it adds up quick.
The things Edna talks about, she does make me laugh. Hey, 31
I
frames.
try to
I'm
get out
sorry
of
I
here.
didn't say hi earlier. Right. Okay, Edna, if you stop now. Look how cute you look. Oh, I can't. You just look so cute. Anyway, we're going to go, and I want to say thank you to everybody that's come along. Edna, we've talked for 2 hours again. Goodness sake. I also want to say thank you so much to Bridge. She's an absolute star. Bridge is a good girl. That's all I can say. She's a good girl. So thank you to her as well. Thank you to everybody that's come along and chatted and, you know, got my side of things, and done a little shade, because why not? Stroma Friday. Anyway, you all have a fabulous weekend, whatever you decide to do. And especially you, Kalari, because I understand you're going up north. Have a safe journey. Take care of yourself. And the same with everybody. Just take it easy out there, guys, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until Monday, bye-bye for now.
Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen.